We were SFA students and we met that way, and SFA was so close to Grace that we ended up at Grace for premarital counseling and, just for all the things that got us launched into our early marriage.
So we met in Cross Point and we worked together a lot in kids ministry. We just developed a true friendship.
As we've gone from friends to dating, engaged, married, the whole thing, the Lord has just used so many people to give us wisdom, to help us through times that were super awesome and to be with us in times that were maybe not as great.
I remember when I was a college student. I was a pup in school, and I was invited to a Bible study at 6:30 in the morning, which was really hard for me back then, but
It's still hard for me.
It's still hard. But in that Bible study, Bud Wright was in there, Gene Cagle was in there, Rick Hurst was in there, and guys that I looked up to tremendously. And I learned a lot from those guys in that Bible study. And a lot of those guys are still friends of mine today.
I think that's been probably the most impactful thing, is having members of the community who pointed me to Christ in all things, who pointed us to Christ in different times, but they weren't just there to see us here, to see us when we were at these events.
I remember early on in our marriage with young kids, Tony had the opportunity to change jobs and go to work for somebody in another state, making probably close to double what he was making. And it would seem like a no-brainer to say, oh, we're going to go. And I do have family here, but the deciding factor for us to not go was we could not picture leaving our Grace family. I mean, it had become that significant in our life.
I think that the community as a whole has been very welcoming as a college student. I can come on a Sunday morning and I can say hey to parents of the kids that were in kids ministry, and they know who I am and what I've been up to. That's a really neat thing.
It's meant everything to me. Everything. I mean, we've been coming here so long, and it's been a part of our lives. It's been a part of our children's lives. And it's been wonderful.